Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list here today inside Boiler Room Trading. So thank you guys all again for tuning in. So everything seems to be going through okay. Thank you, Mrs. Sam, Mr. Cornut, Calvin, Brian, a name I can't pronounce. Good morning. So we're going to hang out for a little bit, let some more people get into the chat, or not the chat room, but let some more people get into the stream here before we get going. Do want to mention it is going to be a pretty crazy day. There's a ton of stocks on the watch list today. A lot of them coming from one of our members. His name's Vency. He honestly, I got to give him most of the credit today. He's pretty much the one who basically built my watch list. To be completely honest, he pretty much had all the stocks today. So I'm going to give him most of the credit here on today's video. But again, we're going to go over all these things and we're going to talk, go through them. But again, there's a ton of stocks that we're going to be watching. So let's wait a couple more minutes here, before we get going. Okay. So Yuri, do you guys think I should, so it's okay keeping the Zoom one going and everything? Is that okay? Everything's working out there for having the Zoom meeting up and while doing the stream onto YouTube as well? All good? All right. So as long as everyone's not freaking out, then I'm happy. We're happy. Everything's good. All right. Awesome. Sounds good. So we got a lot of people in here, so let's get started. First things first, you guys might as well just write some of the, I'm going to name these tickers off. You might as well just write them down so you don't miss them. And then I'll do this again at the end. But again, there's quite a bit. Actually, I should write down a few more. I mean, this is going to be a huge watch list, and then you guys are just going to have to kind of go through and figure out which ones you see the most value in once we go over them and pick which ones you want to trade based on price and things like that. At the end of the day, UVXY, 1 second, and SPY. All right, so here's the deal. Get ready to your pens out, write these down. And the winners are, okay, so first things first, watch the stock ALNA. And actually, I'll type them out here. So first things first, watch ALNA, INNT, SPOT, TSLA, NVDA, Facebook, UVXY, TVIX, SPY, CLS, EGO, CLDR. That's not right. CLDR. There you go. And then I think I'm missing something. No, I'm not missing anything. So those are all the stocks right there. Again, ALNA, INNT, SPOT, TSLA, Facebook, FB, NVIDIA, NVDA, UVXY, TVIX, SPY. They're all there. You can always go back and you can look at them. We'll go over this. Huge delay. Okay, well, we're going to mute the mic here on Zoom. So if you want to tune in, you can always go over onto to YouTube. All right, so let's do this, guys. Let's go over this here. All right, so first things first, I do want to talk about, I kind of like Eldorado Gold. So the ticker is EGO, right? This is the ticker. If you look at it from a long time frame, let's go out 1 year, you'll see that it's been downtrending, downtrending, downtrending. All of a sudden, it hit a low of about 82 cents. Oh, I got to share the screen to you guys. Sorry, I apologize. Here we go. It is... There we go. And then I want to turn this guy on. All right, there we go. So here's the deal. Eldorado Gold. Okay, so 1 second. Here we go. Eldorado Gold, EGO. This particular stock has been downtrending for a long time. You can see that it's obviously been downtrending and coming all the way down. It recently just hit a low of about 82 cents, and now it's starting to take off. It's starting to see a little bit more volume. All right, so again, there's a lot of things that are starting to take place here on EGO. Volume's coming in, price is picking up, the stock is moving. It's up pretty big here pre-market. So those are all good signs, pointing towards up. So again, here's the thing. Is it going to continue running? It might. It might continue running. It might not. But it is a penny stock that is starting to move. Now, you could, argue that the reason it's starting to take off right now is because, you could argue that it's starting to take off right now because the market may be coming down. And this is a penny stock that revolves around the gold industry, right? So some think that this might just be taking off due to the fact that the market may be coming down and there's a higher interest in gold. But I do suggest keeping EGO on your watch list. It's starting to pop off pre-market. It's up pretty big. So maybe don't jump in right when the bell rings. Maybe wait a little bit. And here's the thing, is EGO just broke the $1 mark. This was the $1 level, and it just broke through that. So that's pretty good because a lot of penny stocks won't break through $1. So what we need to watch for now is to see if it can hold that $1 level. We want to kind of see it come, maybe drop down and bounce off $1, because if it can hold $1 as a support level, then there's a good chance that we could continue to see EGO continue to the upside. So EGO, keep it on your watch list. In 1 second, let me do something here. Okay, so EGO, the only bad thing about EGO is that it has a 700 million share float. So it's not going to be an extremely fast moving stock. This is going to be one that's more or less a slower mover. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, on to the next one. We have, let's do CASI. I like this one too. So let's look at CASI. So taking a look at this one from a 1-year time frame, it just went through a major squeeze, a big price jump. Now, I can tell you why it squeezed so hard. It was because it had this $4 kind of resistance breakout right there. So this was simply a breakout play that squeezed up. So a lot of people were looking to trade this for the breakout, and that's exactly what happened the other day. Okay. Let's see 1 second. So personally, CASI is a stock that ended up squeezing up due to the fact it was over a breakout level. So, it's good to keep it on the watch list for right now. Definitely good to keep it on the watch list for right now, but you got to ask yourself, is the stock up too high to get in long right now? And for me, it is. I think that this stock is way too high. The price is way too high right now, but it's possible that we could see a pullback or a dip today to get in. Right now, we have clear resistance up here at about, you could basically call it $7.10. There's a resistance. We went up once, we dropped, we went again, dropped down. We're right at that $7 level. So for right now, keep your eyes on the $7 level for CASI. So potentially long over $7, but I'm still a little iffy on it because essentially it's up really big over these past couple of days, and it doesn't trade on the most volume. It doesn't trade on a ton of volume, but essentially, it could still be a really good stock to watch. So we're going to keep our eyes on CASI here, even for the next coming days. Okay, so definitely keep your eyes on CASI. That could be a strong one. Today, I don't know how I feel about it. CASI, it's traded 117,000 shares of volume today, and it has a 51 million share float. So it has a medium-sized float, not extremely big, not a low float, but pretty good. Okay, so keep your eyes on CASI. That could be a potentially good stock as well. Going on here, CLDR. If you guys are into gap downs, I would suggest keeping your eyes. Oops, gotta do another one. I would suggest keeping your eyes on CLDR. Okay, CLDR has some news this morning. JP Morgan downgraded them. Let's see what else happened. Price target cut from 20 to 25. So they got a bunch of price target cuts and some bad news out there. So essentially, this stock is starting to tumble down. Now, here's the deal, is it's already lost a ton of value, right? So this thing has gone from 20 and now it's down close to 14, which was a previous support right here, right? So the stock was right here. And then overnight, it crashed all the way down to about $14, right down to 14. You can see right here, it says 1464, 1469, 1470. The low for the past year was 1450. So right now it's coming up to a major support level. Would I be interested in shorting it or trying to get it to go down? No, not really. Honestly, right now, the stock is right at support. This could be a good time to buy it. Could be a good time to take a swing trade on it potentially. And that's what I would recommend. I would say watch CLDR for a possible bounce, swing trade to the long side because it's right on its 52-week low support. All right, 52-week low support. I mean, that's the basics of technical analysis right there, guys. We look to buy stocks that are at their low because the upside potential is far greater versus buying a stock when it's high, hoping it goes higher because you're more susceptible to the downside, right? So a lot of times you'll hear buy the breakout. Well, the breakout is already high. So, you know, this isn't momentum trading right now. What we're looking at, this isn't Momo trading. This is just regular fundamental technical analysis stock trading, which is buy low, sell high. Right now, CLDR is at its low. Do I know everything about CLDR? Do I know what they do? I don't even have a clue what they do. I've probably looked at this maybe once or twice in my life. Who knows, right? All I know is they got downgraded. The price is gapped down extremely far from $22 to $14. So it's had about an $8 to $10 or $8 to $9 gap down. And it's right next to its 52-week low. This could be a good time to watch the stock for the coming days for a recovery. All right. So keep that on your watch list. I will be. Let's move on to the next one here. ALNA. Did I already do that one? No, I didn't do that one. So here's ALNA. Look at this. This is ALNA on a yearly chart. All right. If you look at it, you'll see that, you know, it was trading on, you know, regular volume throughout here. But all of a sudden, it's starting to see more volume right now. Right. You can see that it's picking up in volume and clearly the price action is going up. So am I saying to buy ALNA? No. What I am telling you, though, is that this is a really aggressive move. And the only reason this is having such an aggressive move is because it's supposed to, right? Stocks don't just like move like this without news or some type of catalyst. So if you were to go and check the news, you're going to find catalysts. On not yesterday, 2 days ago, ALNA Pharmaceuticals price target was announced to $61 a share by Roth Capital. But only 4 days ago, ALNA Pharmaceuticals price target was cut from $21 a share. It was cut to $21 a share from $22. So think about it right there. The professionals that are supposed to be able to, you know, give you guys great ideas, you know, those particular guys are, I mean, essentially, you know, one of them says the price target's 61, another saying the price target's 22. So who do you believe? You don't believe either of them. You just take what they're saying with a grain of salt. Right now, ALNA is up very, very big for the past couple weeks. So I would say keep ALNA on your watch for a potential short. But there's something that's telling me right now you should be short biased on ALNA. But there's something in my gut that's telling me that this isn't going to stop going. I think this is one where people may try and short it and it keeps getting squeezed a little bit. But if ALNA does have some strong fundamentals, which I don't know, I'm just going based off of technicals, I think that this could be a really good stock to watch for, you know, the coming weeks, essentially. All right. So another one, ALNA. This one's up really, really big here. Keep that on your watch list. Essentially right now it's at its highs, right? If you look at this here, I'll show you. Right now it kind of has a technically kind of like a little breakout thing going where if it squeezes up and breaks over $17, we could see it squeeze a little higher. So this one trades on light volume, but it's still worth keeping on the watch list. 8:47, we still got time, okay? 1 second. So that was ALNA. INNT. INNT is an absolute monster, and if you're going to trade this, you need to have a bigger account. And if you're working with a smaller account, I recommend staying away from the stock because the spread between the bid and the ask is going to be outrageous. It's 50 cents and up. 50 cents to probably $2 or $3 during the day. All right. But again, watch this. This stock was $3.43. Look at all this volume. All of a sudden, volume came out of nowhere, and this thing went flying from $3 to 50. So from from 3 to 50. This stock right here is the definition of Drake's song. Started from the bottom, now we here, right there. That's exactly what that means. We started from the bottom, now we're here. This is a perfect example of a penny stock that has been overly priced and pumped up. Now, I could be wrong, and it could really supposed to be $50, but chances are it's not supposed to be $50. So if you have the right account, you have account size, you're a little bit more advanced at trading, I'd recommend keeping INNT on your watch for a short position over the coming days. Depending on which broker you have, you may not be able to get shorts, or they may not even be shorts available. I don't know, but I'm saying that this stock will be good to short, most likely. Look at the last time it spiked. Right there. It spiked from $5 to almost $25, and it crashed. Chances are that same thing's going to happen here. It's going to crash, okay? So if you can get in short, you know, that's going to be probably a pretty good play. And not to mention, look where it peaked. Right at $50. It peaked out right at $50. $50 is a major resistance level, so you should be able to see that this is going to come down pretty strong. Let me look at like a sooner time frame. 5-day, 5-minute. The stock has yet to gap down. So ideally, if INNT fails to break through the $50 mark and it keeps getting rejected there, right? If it comes up, doesn't break, comes up, doesn't break, and it starts going down, wouldn't be a bad idea to take a small short position, because you have so much opportunity and potential profit to the downside. If you look at this, right, look at how much profit there is to the downside, right? You don't necessarily want to buy, right? Why would you want to buy up here? That's just dumb, right? Because you have all that as risk, right? From essentially from here to here is risk, right? So if you buy, that is essentially how much you're risking. Though you'd probably cut your losses way before that, hopefully, but you're way more susceptible to a loss if you buy it than if you short it right now, essentially. So keep that in mind as well. Well, if you want to buy to lose money, yeah, I think this is the way to go. Or DCTH, one of the two. Or AKER, maybe that one. I'm just messing with you. So that's INNT. Keep that one on your short watch. What else do we have here? There's just too many. Spotify. Spotify had their IPO, but it wasn't even really like an IPO yesterday. It was something a little different. But here we go. Spotify continuing to downtrend here. This is one that I would keep on your watch just for the coming weeks, because you might be able to find a bounce area. Right now, it's probably really hard to get shorts because it just became available to the open market. So a lot of brokers probably don't even have shares available to short. They have to build up an inventory. So this is one just to watch. It just came on the market the other day. This one just came on the market the other day, right? So this is one that I would watch for, the next coming weeks, because you might be able to find something like a bounce area, right? And where are those bounce areas going to happen? When a stock is high priced, $100, $120, $300, you're going to want to watch for every whole dollar mark. So, the price is $142 right now. So 140, then it would be 135, 130, et cetera, et cetera. Those are areas where you can look to buy them to get long, right? Also, I guess, I just don't have enough time these days to do all of this. So keep an eye on Spotify for the coming weeks. Should I talk about Tesla, Facebook, and all that? Yeah. I mean, we'll just touch on them because we don't have an extremely long amount of time here. Tesla, Facebook, NVIDIA. I've been mentioning these stocks for weeks. If you just look at them, let's just look at a 5-day chart on Tesla. Look at the amount of moves it's made, right? It went from a low of 248 to a high of 271 in one day, $30 move in one day, right? Then the next day it went from 244 to a high of 260. $16 move in one day. Then the following day, you could have shorted 269 to 255, 254, another $15 move. So these big blue chip stocks are seeing a lot of movement, a lot of volatility because the stock market's in an iffy place, right? When the stock market's in an iffy place, you really want to watch your blue chip stocks because blue chip stocks have such big market caps, right? Their valuation is so big. Maybe the market cap on these bigger stocks, Facebook, Nvidia, Tesla, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, they are like, I think I don't clarify this enough, or some people get a little bit confused when I say this, right? You have the stock market, right? So when we talk about the stock market, what is the stock market? Is it the New York Stock Exchange? No. Is it the S&P 500? Basically, but not entirely, right? The stock market as a whole is basically all the companies that make up the market, right? If there was only, put it this way, if there was only 5 companies that you could actively trade today, say we wiped out every single company except for 5, and we only kept Amazon, Google, Facebook. Wait, that's 3. Amazon, Google, Facebook, Nvidia, and Tesla. Let's just say we kept them those ones. That tells me right there that only 5 companies make up the stock market. Of course, there's some other things like the bond market and things like that. But if you only had 5 of those companies, right, it would no longer be the S&P 500. It would be the S&P 5. You get it? So these big blue chip companies, they are the stock market. They pretty much make the stock market. So when the stock market's going down, you can expect to see that a lot of these blue chip, bigger name, reputable companies would be going down. If the market's going up, you can expect that some of these bigger companies are going up because they're the ones that make the market. They have the big market cap, right? So that's why we should always be watching Tesla, Facebook, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, these bigger name stocks right now, especially because the market's volatile. You'll see these nice movements on these stocks, okay? Again, I always touch on these ones too, is UVXY, TVIX. These things are making significant moves. I've done a video. You can check out some of my recent videos. I've done a video on TVIX and UVXY, volatility index, the market, to help you understand how you can trade these stocks. Right? I think I do a pretty good job at being clear on how to do it. So if you're not familiar with TVIX or UVXY and how they trade, go back into my videos. It's probably from 2 weeks ago now. It's called I don't even know what I called it, to be honest. I'm not even, it's in there. You'll find it. It's something about, how to trade, like trading it when the market crashes or is correcting, something like that. But watch that video. It will show you exactly how to understand and trade TVIX and UVXY, right? So those are all the stocks I have. So keep an eye on all the big blue chip technology stocks. And then let me see. Should I? And then I'll post the stocks in here one more time, guys. And then that'll be it. Hold on. So let's see. ALNA, INNT, SPOT, TSLA, Facebook, XY, TVIX, SPY, CLS, EGOO, CLDR, and TSI. There you go. There it is. There it is. There it is. So what was I doing? Where am I at? 1 second. So once again, that's all I have for you guys here on the morning watch list. Again, there's a lot of stocks. Zarif, do I think the market's going to go red today? Let me take a look here. 1 second. SPY. Maybe it's always hard to tell exactly what it wants to do because right now it's kind of at the low. So it'd be more susceptible to based on technicals, it's really more susceptible to bouncing right now until we get back up to maybe the 250 259 area, 258 area, something like that, because 258 is definitely like definitely a resistance point, without a doubt. 258, 260, right in that area. Real quick, I'll do this. Look at this chart. Right, if you look at this 180-day chart and you draw a line across, kind of like, yeah, just like that. Right at this 255 area. I mean, this thing's up, it's trending down. If this thing snaps 255 with authority, boom, baby. Boom, it's going down, right? I mean, it's just slightly holding up right now. I mean, there's a lot of people trying to keep it up. You can see all the long lower wicks for the past couple days right here. You can see that it's had some, oh, you can't even see the screen. Never mind. I forgot. Sorry. Either way, yeah, I think the market's coming down. Is it going to come down today? I don't honestly know. It's hard to project that, but I definitely think we're going to be coming down in these next few days. Also, gold is up pretty high today. When gold increases, that's kind of a sign that maybe the market's going to keep coming down as well. So that's all I have for you guys here today on the hot stock watch list. I hope that helps. There's a lot of stocks on here to watch. If you're tuning in late, you can always scroll up the chat bar to see exactly which tickers we talked about, or you'd have to rewatch the video. Once again, please take a look in the description box below before you head out. There is a link to join into our live trading group throughout the day and trading course. Stay in touch with us on Facebook, get into our free chat room. So everything to stay in touch with me, Boiler Room Trading, and our trading team, it's all going to be down in the description box below. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for another pre-market watch list. All right, stay green.